you're going to get there.
Yeah.
So we are going to go ahead and jump into your Inspire interview. If you are not following along, make sure you're following along. But our Inspire interview, again, you guys, it's a chance for you to be able to get to know these business owners behind the scenes, see their small business journey. And I'm really excited for us to get into this one. So let's go ahead and start these questions.
All right.
All right. So this is our Inspire virtual interview, how we are getting to know Puretone Academy. So there's been a lot of evolution, like we just talked about, in Puretone Academy, but it has been how many years now, Whitney?
Oh my gosh, like we're going into 7.
7 years. Wow.
I'm just gonna sit and think about that.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. 8. New beginning.
Okay, yeah.
8 years.
Yeah. Okay. 8 years, y'all. 8 years in small business, and business is no small feat. So first of all, congratulations.
Yes,
Whitney.
thank you. Thank
That
God.
is absolutely, that is absolutely amazing.
Yes.
So I'm going to tell you guys a little bit too about Whitney. Whitney and Puretone, the whole group of Puretone definitely holds a special place for me because Whitney was one of my very first virtual assistant clients. When I sat down and talked to her, I was doing dance at the time. I was her choreographer.
Yeah.
Doing dance, believe it or not.
Yes.
I will not be posting any dancing on this channel.
You were amazing. You were amazing, girl.
There's plenty of videos that are out there. If you can find them, have at it. But I won't be posting. No, I'm kidding. I might post 1 or 2. We'll see. But I thoroughly enjoy working with Whitney and doing choreography for her and the kids. I feel like, man, that was such a long time ago now. Wow. But it really helped me to be able to be with Whitney and with the kids. It helped me to be in a space where I was serving the community by helping her, and to be essentially accountable and keep my head in a good place. And when you're a young adult, that's a very crucial piece to be able to have, and especially to have somebody that you're under that's also in a good space. It's like, you got this, just always encouraging. So when I made the transition and I was like, well, I'm about to do virtual assistant, she's like, girl, let's do it. Do it. Let's go. Yes. And so one thing I can also say about Whitney is she's very, very open, very, very humble. So when it comes to doing different things for the business and working with different people, different artists, different producers, she gives you so much space. So having those conversations, a lot of times she's like, okay, well, what do you think? Okay, well, what do you think about this? And she gives you the space to be able to say, okay, well, let's plan this together. Let's do this together. So when I transitioned to that space, she's like, well, girl, we're already planning and doing stuff. Like, let's just do it. And I'm like, okay. So having this support really helped me to be like, okay, I think maybe this is something that I can do. So, I just had to put that out there.
Yes.
But I want to let you give us the backstory on Puretone, but I want to talk to you about how you got started doing this. You were an educator previously. So tell me about how you really started your journey with Puretone.
I'm asking you, Christina, like, do you want the G-rated version? The drama. So basically, like you said, I am a music educator, just no longer in the classroom. And I taught about that. I think I was teaching, I went back to grad school and got a degree in divergent learning. And that thing just opened my mind up because it showed us how kids learn different ways, musically, logically, kinesthetically, all of these things. And it was just like, oh my gosh, like there are just so many different ways that they can get music. And music is one of those things. It's one of those tools. And so I was pretty encouraged at first. I say 2016 I started, but really in 2013, I started dabbling in private lessons. So I did that for a little bit, kind of like, that tapered off. But I kept, in my chorus programs where I taught at, I was like, you know what? I didn't always want to do the standard music, sing your song, we clap and we sit down. Never. I was like, that's not me. That's boring to me. No offense to that, but it's not enough. I want something where the kids can express themselves. They can, like, we can really see them. And so you would see like these productions that we would have. And my husband was like, Whitney, you can do this for yourself. Like you can do this on your own. And he kept saying that. I'm like, nah, I'm just doing stuff. And so, in 2016, I got a really fantastic group of young people who, dynamic singers. The Lord always sent me great kids in my program from day one. I've always had really great jewels in my program. Yes. But this particular year, I took this group to New York. I also had in my head, because a lot of them were just really just great singers, I was like, we need to record. And so I'm sending them I'm sending the parents, I'm getting the parents permission. I'm getting, I'm thinking, hey, yes, we're going to record. I'm going to show y'all the recording studio live, how that goes. Yeah. I'm so excited. They're excited and things like that. And so I got parent permission. We met on a Saturday at a recording studio. I go back to school. I'm like, I'm telling some teachers, I'm telling the admin, and y'all, I told the admin and I got suspended. Because
I never knew.
Like, what? Jesus.
They were like, hold on a second now.
Y'all wanted some drama, so let me tell you. So of course, right. I was like, I didn't understand why, because I'm thinking, hey, I'm following my normal protocol. What's up? Yeah. So in that time, those weeks, I was not let go, but I was just suspended. They were doing a quote unquote investigation about it. And I'm like, Lord, what is going on? Y'all, I promise you, my husband and I, we started brainstorming. We're going to do a camp in the summertime. We're going to get kids, got X, Y, and Z. This is Puretone Academy. My son, he did the right here. I was like, Noah, I need a logo. And my son, he's the one that came up with that. We were like, okay, because I don't know if I'm going to have me a job. I'm just going to be honest. So push come to shove, just to kind of let everybody know, just so you can breathe. What it was like an ethics thing, like between business and personal. And they explained it to me. There wasn't anything, I didn't get, like, it wasn't even on my file. They were just like, they just wanted to, just investigate and things like that. And they did see how I did, like, get permission and all of that. Yeah. No money was exchanged, none of that stuff. Right. It was just, they were just like, you can't do that. And I was like, okay, I won't do it. But God is so good, because my heart and what I was trying to do is what I do now. And so I was doing it, but not in my own space. And so when I did, the camp kicked off. So I got my job. I still was in my job, but that summer we kicked off the first Puretone Academy music camp. Oh my goodness. Those 3 weeks were amazing. Yes. It just, oh Lord. The choreography, the singing, the dancing and acting, that's what we did. I wrote music, I wrote musicals. It was just, my creative juices were just, just flowing. Because I felt like the kids needed more than just, just the typical, and I'm not pushing musicals that are already out there, but I wanted to write something that would speak to middle school students. And so that's what we came up with, In the Making, middle school musical In the Making. Yeah. And man, oh man, those kids still today, I'm riding through rushes and this girl is like, you remember me? I remember that song you wrote. I'm like, thank you, Lord. Yeah. And so, it's just been history ever since. It's just been growing and, like you say, evolving since then. But I realized that, that had to happen. Number one, for me, the analysis paralysis, Whitney would have still been on her job trying to, like, I don't know, should I? No, that put some fire up under me. So that's why I tell people that, not to bash my school, not to bash where I come from. But let me tell you, it helped me. It launched me into getting up and doing something about what God had laid on my heart. So that's how it started.
Yes. Listen, and I really did. I'm glad that you share every part of that, because again, it's not always your typical way that you think that things are going to happen, and how you step out on doing different things. When I first started, I remember sharing with you, I went through an agency first and had started off and everything. And I'm like, okay, I'm probably going to do this maybe for like a year or two, something like that, because I'm still, it's like you're still kind of weeble wobbling, like, this is what you're supposed to be doing. But at the same time, it's like, I see everything that I'm gonna have to do, like going truly fully out there, and really trusting God. Yes. It's always gonna be those couple things, and it feels, for a fact, that this is something that you're supposed to be doing, and then you're like, okay, how is this all about to come together?
Right.
I mean, those are the things that happen that we hear in a lot of people's stories. It's like, what in the world? And then you see them continue on, into their businesses, into impacting their communities and doing these different things. But it's often like, looks so insane at first. Like, what am I doing? What's going on?
It's really a faith walk. It's really a faith walk, walking by faith and not by what you see.
Yes.
Like, and it can be scary, but it's a faith walk.
Yes, I love that. I love that so much. And we're going to also get to Erin and how she got started with you. But I want to also talk about what are some of the things that you are offering. I know you talked about some of the things that you've done, and y'all, Whitney, like I've said, Whitney has done so many things. The creativity, I think, just really always, even in the music lessons and the piano lessons, the creativity, I feel like it's always what it comes back to for the parents and the kids that become involved. And they're just always, like you said too, those kids that just have like that, man, and they just need that push and encouragement. But tell me too about what you are offering through Puretone Academy right now.
Okay. So right now, we're doing music lessons. We're teaching voice and we're teaching piano, but we're doing it in a community, a music learning community, mostly semi-private, groups, very small groups. Erin here is just, very, very much more savvier than I am in the recording stuff. And she's always willing to try and figure things out. And so I love that about her. And so we're going to be incorporating creativity. So that's one of the things. So they're going to learn, they're going to learn their technique. They're going to learn performance, but they're also going to be able to create their own music. And I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. That never gets old. You know what I'm saying? It never gets old, because these kids, their minds are like, just bursting with so much creativity. And so that's what we're going to be doing. So music lessons with a little bit of creativity in there.
Awesome. And so tell me too, because I know a lot of people don't know. And I'm learning a lot of stuff, y'all. Now, I've known Whitney for several years now, over how long she's been in business. I've known her for a while now. I never knew that Noah had the idea behind your logo.
Yes.
I never knew that. That is so cool. So yes. And so tell me about your guys, because of course you have Donnie be holding it down. Donnie be holding it down. Donnie's so cool. Donnie's so cool and chill. That's Whitney's husband, and then your three boys, Caleb, Noah, and Jeremiah.
Yes.
So tell me about your guys too, because I love the way that you guys do and work together as a family. That's always been. Oh, did we get stuck on it? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, okay, we're good. So tell me how you guys, as a family, kind of have worked through this small business journey, because sometimes that can have its challenges. It can be where you are having the kids and it's like they're involved. So tell me how it's kind of been for them too, and for you being a parent, watching them and their music journeys too.
Well, I'm glad you asked that, because that was a key component too. Puretone didn't just start in 2016. It started when they were smaller. They were my first students. I taught each of them piano, and let them blossom in their own time. Starting with my oldest, Jeremiah, he did piano for a little while. trickled all the way down to Noah and then to Caleb. But as far as that musical part, the musical theater part and things like that, we would come together when they were 1, 3, and 5. And even on our, like, I was kind of really getting into my spiritual journey with the Lord, and I would learn from a kid's Bible or from kids' resources, and we would act out stories. We would act out the stories and things like that from this little, like, we had this little kidsofintegrity.org. It was like a really cool resource for me because I was trying to learn too. So we would act this stuff out and film it. And so when it was time to, grandma had a birthday or something like that, we're singing a song and I made them come up, I had a routine and stuff. They were my first Puretone. And so it's a beautiful thing because they're boys and, like boys are and then my oldest one is definitely in sport. They had other interests, but it's a blessing to see, like, when I first started this camp, I had to carry them in my back pocket. And so they were very compliant and very go with the flow. The environment and the camaraderie of the kids, praise God, it has been one of their safest places. My middle one is very quiet, but in Puretone, around his Puretone people, he's he can really just be himself. He talks, he opens up. And so that has really been a blessing. And even up till now, when I have 2 in college and 1 is a junior now, they're now grown young men, young men. And, my youngest one is actually helping me. He helped teach summer academy, teaching the drums, teaching the kids body percussion and things like that. So it's coming full circle, and I'm excited about that. So they definitely put their 2 cents in. I'm asking them questions, y'all. How is my teaching? Are y'all, how, the feel of the business, all of those things. They keep me, on my P's and Q's, like, Ma, this could be this could be that. So I include them in planning. Like I said, I'm pushing Caleb to teach. I see that in him. Definitely my youngest one, in teaching and things like that. So they're all a part. My husband, you might as well say he's like he's my partner. He's my little business manager. He's keep it fun. Make sure you keep, he's quiet too, but he's coaching me in the background and keeping things afloat. And I really appreciate my guys. Definitely.
Yes. I have always just really enjoyed to watch you guys support each other, because it's not just the performances, but like you said, when they have games and everything, and then they have this whole little cheer squad, because all of Puretone, they want to go see Caleb play when he's doing different things in marching band and sending off Jeremiah and Noah. So I just think that that's so awesome, because it's just fully that whole part. And with them being able to be the have their voice be heard in it as well, encouraging the other kids being able to speak up and really be comfortable too. So I just love that. That's so cool.
Yes.
I had to shout out to the guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, shout out.